This is Old Trafford, home to Manchester United Football Club. They call the stadium the Theatre of Dreams. Let's find out why.
That was a name that was given to the stadium by Bobby Charlton a few years ago. Apparently he was having a conversation with somebody about what it was like to play at Old Trafford, and he said, to me, it's the Theatre of Dreams, and that name stuck. And this brings us to the oldest part of the stadium, and it's literally the only part of the original stadium that was built in 1910 that still stands. Just the lower section of the tunnel down there has survived. But this particular tunnel has seen so many famous players emerging onto the field, and that would include United players such as George Best, Bobby Charlton, Denis Law, but also world stars, people like Maradona, Johan Cruyff, even Pelé has been down here on a couple of occasions. And that is why the club has kept this tunnel, because the players nowadays, of course, come out from the other tunnel. And you can see...
It's a big difference between the new one and the old one.
Yeah, big difference.
So can I walk through the tunnel?
You certainly can. How about being the Manchester United captain for the day?
Okay.
I'm sure Gary Neville won't mind. So we need you to stand here, Jamie. Right, now your imaginary opposing captain would be there.
Okay.
And to give you an idea of what it sounds like, here we go.
You got fanfare.
76,300 people brought in specially for you.
Why don't you be the away captain?
Okay, that means I'm the Arsenal captain, unfortunately. So anyway, okay, I'll go with that. Yeah, okay. But it must be really amazing for the players when they actually come out here. Now, this is the area here, Jamie, where the manager and the substitutes are actually seated during the game. So do you want to sit in the manager's seat?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I was just waiting for you to ask me that question.
So the manager's seat is there in the corner, Jamie. That's yours now, yeah.
So Sir Alex Ferguson sits here.
That's the one. That's the one. Where he directs operations, chews frantically and checks his watch.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's always standing up, though. He's hardly...
Well, he used to, actually. He used to stand up all the time, but since these nice, comfortable seats have been put in, he now sits down most of the game. So we're now just approaching the home dressing room, Jamie. Here we are, on the left. Right.
It's interesting. You guys have the faces of the players hung up like that.
How else would they know where to sit?
Good explanation.
No, it's the pictures here obviously are for the benefit of all our visitors, so particularly the youngsters, they see their favourites and they can then sit in their favourite player's seat.
So who's everybody's current favourite? Let me guess.
Go on then.
Ronaldo.
Correct, yeah. That corner there is very popular. Ronaldo and Rooney in particular, those two seats are the most popular. I would suspect that one of your favourite players would probably have been David Beckham.
Good guess.
And David Beckham used to get changed there, of course.
Right here?
Yeah, right there.
So you used to sit here?
Yeah, you've sat in the manager's seat, now David Beckham's seat. Yeah, he used to sit there when he played for United, but also when he played for England, because England used to use the home dressing room.
Was he also here when you got hit by the boot?
Apparently so, yes. Yeah. And another player that you've expressed an interest in, Eric Cantona, used to get changed right here, where Cristiano Ronaldo now sits. Yeah. So it's always been a good corner for players. This area here, it traces the progress of that wonderful season, 98-99, when we won the treble.
What did you remember most about that season?
There were so many high points, really. Obviously winning the league, first of all, and then a week later we won the FA Cup, and then he started to think, can we really do it? Can we win the treble? And then on the Wednesday night in Barcelona,
you did.
Unbelievable ending to the game as well.
Were there tears on your part?
Probably. Here we have the actual trophies, the three of them together, and really it was an unbelievable achievement to do that, and personally I don't think it'll ever be done again, because absolutely everything has to fall into place in order to win those three trophies, and that season, that was the time, for sure. Now this is the Legends Gallery, and there's a selection of players here from down the years, and there's one here we should stop at, definitely, George Best, a wonderful player. And there are one or two items belonging to George Best in there. There's quite an amusing postcard in there, by the way, that he sent to his parents whilst he was playing in a youth tournament. Now he would have only been about 16 when he wrote that postcard, and on it he actually puts the food isn't too good, but the girls are fabulous. And that was at the age of 16, so George never changed over the years.
Jerry, tell me what kind of man Sir Matt Busby was.
Well, Sir Matt was a wonderful man, and the people who met him over a period of time always said the same thing. He only had to meet you once and he would never ever forget your name. So he was very well liked, but a superb manager as well. And he actually spent 50 years of his life with Manchester United. 26 years as manager, and then he became a director and then president of the club. In this showcase here, you'll see a statue, which of course is a replica of the statue outside. Right? That is actually the trophy that is presented to the Player of the Year each season, as voted for by supporters. Okay, now here, Jamie, you'll see just a selection of items that were left at the front of the stadium when Sir Matt died in 1994. And you'll see a couple of shirts there, for instance, from two of our biggest rivals, Leeds and Liverpool. And that probably shows the esteem in which the great man was held. Amazingly, the night we won the Champions League final in Barcelona, it would have been Sir Matt's 90th birthday. So we were talking about things fitting into place that season. I think he was definitely looking down from above that night.
If you've fallen in love with the beautiful city of Manchester and want to visit, here's how you can get here. Several major airlines do fly to Manchester from certain Asian cities. Prices range from $1,000 US to $10,000 on first class. Alternatively, you can catch a flight to London and then make your way to Manchester by train, coach, or car. The train journey takes about 2.5 hours and it'll cost you about $120 for a standard seat. If you prefer to travel by coach, it's a 6-hour trip, but this will only cost you about $40. Now, you can also drive to Manchester by hiring a car from one of the many car rentals available at Heathrow Airport. You can expect a 4-hour drive from London to Manchester. For more details on how to get to Manchester, visit our website at www.espnstar.com.